Ava Landen. Welcome to day 9, and today we will actually be sewing all of our strips together. So in the previous tutorial you saw how we went through and we pinned all of these together. If you haven't watched that, I'll do a really quick recap. You're basically going to lay the fabric on top. You're going to take 2 strips, lay them so they're alternating colors. You're going to rub your thumb and forefinger together to make sure we get all of these seams butted against one another, and then we're going to pin on the joint. So yeah, that was like 60 seconds for what I did in 2 minutes in the other 2-minute video. Alright, so what we're going to do now is simply sew these. The way I pin, since we have so many of them, I actually pin these so wherever my pin is directing towards, that's the side that I sew on. Just easy reference for me if you've gone ahead and you've pinned all, I believe it's 12 of the rows. Alright, so I'll go ahead and sew this. We're going to take this, which is our leather fabric, and just before I get to the end of it, I'm going to take this strip set and put it there. I'm going to pull this out of the way to make sure that it stays in. And I'm sorry, I'm a bit of a slow sewer. You'll also know that I sew with my pins in. The only reason I do this is that because I pin so far away from my actual seam line. I'm not sure if you can see it from there. So it doesn't affect my sewing, and it doesn't affect my needle. I don't have to worry about it running into one of the pins. And so what we're going to do is go ahead and sew all of this down. Don't worry about sewing fast. Mainly because you'll get faster the more times you do it, but it's better just to have all of your lines straight. Not to mention, we have the entire week to sew 12 of these, and so there really isn't a reason to go quickly. You may need to sort of push that to the back, just to make sure that your fabric doesn't bunch up. Alright, so we only have a few more of these to go. And for the most part, you just want to make sure that while you're sewing, everything is aligned. And so yes, again, I sew really slow, but don't worry, I'm almost to the end, and I can show you. And this one spins kind of close, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that out so it doesn't affect my needle. Alright, so I'm almost done. I'm going to open this up so I can show you how we're going to press. Oops, and didn't exactly cut. Alright, so here we go. I'll pull out a couple of these needles. And I'll turn off this light because it's kind of affecting the video quality. Alright, so this is what you're going to get. And you'll notice if you pin correctly, all of the blocks will actually be set on point. So there you go. Makes it fairly easy. And you're going to sew these, so there's 12 total rows. You're going to sew them in sets of 2, and then you're going to sew the 2s together, which will give you 4s, and so forth until you finish up. If you want, I generally press as I go. It makes it easier. Sorry, there's a pin right there. So as you finish the rows, you can either wait until you get to this point or, you know, towards the end. And what we're going to do is we're going to press open the seams. And so what you're going to get, and let me see if I can zoom in here. All right, that's a little better. Or not. Yeah, it's taking, okay. I'm just gonna pick this up. All right, so the way this works is you're going to press all the seams open, and when you do that, you're gonna get a really pretty, a little box like that. And that pretty much just shows that your boxes are indeed on point. So again, to recap, we're gonna sew all of these into pairs. And then you're going to sew the pairs together, which will give you 4 total, and then you're going to sew those 4s together, and then so forth until you finish up with all 12 of the rows. And then afterwards, we're just going to go through and we're going to press all of the seams open. And that's it. Our next tutorial won't be up until next Saturday and next Sunday because they are for a week. So don't feel like you have to rush through all of this. We have a full 7 days to finish the quilt top. And then next week we'll sew our backing and we'll do the quilt sandwich. All right, have a great day and feel free to leave me comments. Yay!